Hey mamas, I hope that you are all doing well. I decided to make this video during the middle of our worship practice session. Our version of worship practice. Because I had a rough couple of days this week. This past week. Ellington's top 2 teeth came in, and we had a couple nights that were, in my opinion, pretty graceless on my part. I didn't handle her being upset with the grace that I wish that I had had every single time. And then I felt really guilty about it. I felt guilty for having to walk away from her screaming. She's a really good baby, but teething this time around has been harder than it was for the bottom 2 teeth. And there were nights when I just had to close the door and walk away and feel my feelings and feel frustrated and cry and yell and call my sister and be like, I don't know what's wrong with my baby while she's crying. And my sister's like, it sounds like she's teething. And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. She was drooling a lot. She had diarrhea. Oh, she's probably teething. But my point is, I didn't have a lot of grace in those moments for myself, for my daughter, and there's been so many things since becoming a mom that I've realized I have not coped with well. And I can't hide it from myself because there's another person who's directly impacted by the things that I do or don't do. So my coping mechanisms don't work with the baby. My shutting down and checking out mentally doesn't work when someone's relying on you to be present and to be there. And I was reminded this week in all that's been going on with her, with the teething, and my guilt for being upset because she was upset. I found myself back in the Word, and every single time, whatever scripture I happened to open up to, whatever Bible plan that I started and got busy and fell off on, days or a week ago, whatever it was, every single time I would end up right back at a point where I was being met with God's grace in the Word. And I am so thankful that even when I don't have grace for myself, God has enough grace for me. And I thought maybe another mom might need a word of encouragement too. Here you go. And might need to be reminded to give herself some grace in those hard moments, because there are moments that are hard. Single mom, married mom, mom with a deployed husband. There are just times when it's hard. There's just times when it's hard. There are times when you just want to sleep in because you don't feel great and you can't. And there's someone or many someones that need your constant, unending attention all the time. And it's okay. And maybe guilt comes, maybe anxiety comes, maybe sadness comes. You don't have to beat yourself up about it. You have to give yourself grace. You have to give yourself space, because becoming a mom didn't change the fact that you were a person. And as a person, God meets us right where we are with all of the grace that we need from Him. I have a very nice song in the background for you guys. My daughter just changed the TV to Netflix, playing with the remote. She does not know how to use it. She does not watch TV. But my point is, I hope that this message reaches whomever it's supposed to reach, and you are reminded to give yourself some grace this week.